Okay, hi, how are you? So in this video, I'm going to show you some overview about the wayfinding interface and the back-end software. So let's look at the front end. So you have the map here and you have a different level, right? And then you can zoom, or you can use your mouse to scroll, or on the touch screen, you can use your two finger to pinch. And then you have the categories here. The number of shops or office will be listed here. So in this case, in food category, there is one convenience store, there's one shops here. All right. And then you can also search. For example, I will search flow, and it will give you the flow instantaneously, or 7. Yeah, so it give you, I just type 7 and it shows. For example, just now I type F L and it's already, I don't have to type a complete names. All right, that's the searching. And then if I press this, and it'll give you a picture and shop's name and some description. And there's also a button here to actually go to that location. All right, so about that, this is actually the first URL. But if we were to open it in the kiosk, we will have a slightly different URL, right? The front one will be the same, the IP address of the server. So in this case, it's the domain name, and the second kiosk will be a different ID. We will go through this later on. But on the front page, this is just a general. So what it means is, this is the starting point of the kiosk, right? If I go to G9, and it's actually the starting point is from this location. And then now I just go to, for example, I just here, and I will go from flow to this shop, right? Whereby if I were from G33, which is urban medic, or maybe somewhere here later on, we can place the kiosk. We just go to 7E and G33, and then it will go to 7E. So we don't have to specify the from location, whereby this general one, I have to specify where I'm coming from. For example, I'm coming from 7E, then I have to specify where I want to go. For example, flow, then it will give my location. So this is useful if you want to enable the general wayfinding instead of specifying the starting point. All right, so that's one thing about the interface. Okay, next let's log in. We just go to /login. Alright, this is where you log in your credential. You can click to remember me. Oops. Let's look at the password. You can look at Wayfinding _12345. Alright, so this is the back end after you log in. As you can see, at the top menu you have a logout button. You can edit a password, maybe. You can change your password here, set new password. And then on the side menu here, you have the dashboard, which is the front page, and then pages, map, post, media, and users. Alright, pages is the one that I created just now. Like for example, G9, this is the kiosk location. So you will be using pages for different kiosks. It's not much to do that. We'll go through that later. Map is basically the map for the location. So in this case, it's the Menara 106. Okay. Post is a detailed description about the location. This is just a placeholder for future development, for further information about the location. Media is just a collection of your media. You can search, and then you can type search, and it will search the file name. All right. Users is a list of users you can change, and then you can add new users. You can give them account, and you can give a role. The highest role is the author. Author can create all this, and you can edit others as well. Okay, so let's look at the map. So basically, the map is the exact map, and the shop information and the logo and everything. And then you will embed that map. It'll give a shortcode, and from the shortcode we will include in the pages. Remember the pages, for example, the front end, the front page. This is where we put the map. Although the shortcode is just 28, but in actual we will add additional string like this. So this is a must. Okay. If something went wrong, you can look at the text field, and you see there's no other codes, just this, right? As simple as this. If we compare different page, if I edit this, I see there's an additional from. So this is kiosk number 2 from G33, or whatever location, the ID that we define. If we look again, default, it does not have this from. That's why when we go here, it doesn't have the from location. Alright, if we go to G9, it has flow, starting point. You do not have to specify the starting point. Okay. Alright, so that is about page. I think not much you will be changing from there. Once we define the location of the kiosk, and then we can set a new ID, and you don't have to change anymore, unless you move the kiosk and you have to redo the map, the ID, and we have to change that. So we look at how to define ID or to change the location, the map, on a different lesson. So on this lesson is more about how we can actually add a map or change a map. All right. So here I will look on the sidebar. This is the location. That's not much that you have to do on this location here. We look at the floor, because the floor define a different floor in the building. So in here I have ground floor, upper map. As you can see that the map changes, right? So that map, this map is correspond to this map, right? This is the map. This is the where you change the map. The mini map, we are not using it. Basically, you will have the small map when you looking at the map. we're not using it, this application. So you can actually upload the SVG map. You can search from your computer and you can upload it. That's how we get the map. Alright, so once you change and you edit on the Illustrator, you can upload it here. This is the map. So for example, if you look at this ground floor -01 SVG, right? And when we look at the upper map, so it has to be different. Wait, have to go to upper, and it's a upper -1 SVG. When we go to lobby, the map will correspond to the name. So this is the name of the floor, and this is the map. You can also show by default, but in this case I show by default for the ground floor. That means when I open the page, it open this ground floor by default. If you want to change that, you can tick a different one. Okay, that's number one, the floor. Okay, next we want to look at the location. So this is a location. It's called 7E, location or venue or shop, right? So the name is 7E. This is will shows here, and then ID. This has to be unique. In this case, we call it G12. This has to be correspond to the map ID, right? This is very, very important. It has to be map exactly the same as the ID created from the created by the Illustrator on the map. All right, and then this one you don't have to put anything. And then some description here, and then the group, the category is when you this convenience store. That's how we know that there's a 7E here. If I filter food, wait, if I filter food, G9, but flow is not there. Flow should be category food. Let's change that. Let's change that flow. Let's reload this. Flow. And category food. Okay. As you can see just now, the group is not selected. That's why it's not being filtered properly. So we have to click save, and then after we save on the sidebar, we have to save on the main file. So we save. Then if we go to the map here, so when we filter food, then you should see flow, right? G7, I don't know why G7 is here, but we can remove that. Let's remove G7. It should not be in there. G7. All right. So yes. The reason it's there because its food is selected. So to unselect, you have to click Control and select. Likewise, if you want to check multiple groups, you can click one and then click Control and press another one. Right? So now I don't want any group because I'm not sure what this G7 is. So we just save. Being saved. If I refresh this, so if I refresh this, G7 should be gone. It's not supposed to be there. So now only flow. Alright, only flow is listed here. Okay, so that is how we change. So let's say now I want to add a new one. This ayam is not there because, for example, if I click, it shows a picture, title, and some description, right? Ayam is not there yet because I have not added. I haven't added it yet. Okay, let's add ayam. So when we click on this area is actually on the map. This is G13A. Okay, but there's no location associated with this ID. So now it's asks, do you want to create one? I'll say yes, because the ID is existed, this area, because I clicked on it. So I will just type yum, and then I'll get a description for that. Let me grab the description. Okay, I have the description here. I just copy paste. For the marker, I don't want any marker there. I just select this one, right? Because if you select this, it's going to show a marker, which in this case I don't want. Let's standardize this, and I am also under food, so we select food. For image, I think I already uploaded for this. Yes, this I am the picture should be 900 by 500 to standardize with the other pictures. If you to upload, so you just select this from your computer. In this case, I already uploaded, so I just select. Okay, select. For thumbnail is what is on this here. This is the thumbnail, right? So you can see a logo, 7E and flow. So we want that also. I think I already uploaded as well. So this is the logo. Ayam. Select. So now I think I have completed adding ayam. So make sure the ID is the same as the ID from the map. So I add. When you add this, it actually gives this marker. So I have to move this somewhere here on the map. Only then, when I mouse over, it will be there. Alright, this is very important, because otherwise when you mouse over here, then you see that ayam is there. So we just select and just drag and drop to the location. Alright, so when you mouse over on here, then the ayam text will pop up. So then I save again. So now when I mouse over, I see ayam. Alright, let's look at the front end. If I refresh this page, now you see the food. There's two shops there. So when I click, there's ayam and flow. When I click ayam, then I have the nice picture, title, and some description. And if I want to go there, but in this case, I have to select where I should be coming from 7E to ayam. Yes, so it'll give me a direction from 7E to ayam. Or if I want to change the starting location, I can start from flow and then to ayam, and then it'll give you the route from flow to ayam. So that's how it's done. Let's search. YUM. Yeah, automatically will give you the shop name, and same thing, it can go to the shop. All right, that is how you add a new location, a new shop. And then other than this one, I think you don't have to change anything. This is not critical here because I already configured, like for example, I enabled the sidebar, search field, a thumbnail, the number of keyword. I guess it's safe not to change anything here, otherwise you will break some of the thing, as well as the CSS. Please don't change anything here, otherwise the look will be distorted or changed. And then what else? Next is the group, right? This is the group. Group is the group for the map, right? Let's say if I were to change this, okay, you can see the layout is responsive. It is best to view on the vertical, so it looks a bit like this. And the menu, the shops is dropped under the sidebar, and then you have the category here as a pop-up. This is if you're looking at it from a vertical touch kiosk or from the handphone. All right. I guess that's all for the back end. Yep, that's all for now. Thank you very much. Bye bye.